What's poppin' with the squad? How y'all doing? How y'all living? It's your boy Amauri. We back with another one. Much better. We back with another album review. Today I want to talk to y'all about Devvon Terrell's latest album, Boys Don't Cry. I am a huge fan of Devvon Terrell. I have been following him since probably close to the start of his musical career. I've seen him in concert multiple times. I love him. The dude's a very genuine dude. He is talented, incredibly talented. And yeah, let's get into this. Let's not waste no more time. Devvon Terrell. He gives us Boys Don't Cry coming, a full 2 years after his last project, which was Volume 2, Deja Vu, which I enjoyed, by the way. Fans like me have been they've been craving, desiring more Devvon Terrell for the longest time. Little did we know a big part of the pause was because he did have COVID. He was healing from that, taking his time to deal with that, and once he came back, he gave us Flowers, which I would say is the leading single from this album, and I loved it. I personally enjoyed that track the most, even though I felt like it probably had some of the least replayability out of all the tracks on the album. But that being said, I do enjoy the story he was trying to tell, and here's how I feel about it. I already love the R&B rap mixture that was Devvon Terrell that we saw all the way from the times with him doing covers with Futuristic, all the way up to his collaboration album with Futuristic, even keeping that style so much forward into when he did a lo-fi thing with the raw sound. I think that all three of these mixtures come together to create a beautiful Devvon Terrell song, and I think that this style, I think that this writing, I think that this vocal, I think when I think of Devvon Terrell, I feel like I get a full picture listening to this album. That being said, I cannot say that I enjoyed this album more than I enjoyed Weird Nights or more than I enjoyed Raw Sound, even. I think that those albums were beautifully crafted. I think that everything about them, from the replayability to the production to the writing, was beautiful. And while do I think that he has had time to evolve, he's had time to change, he's had time to grow, I think that maybe a step towards those directions in his songs might be for the better, just in my opinion. Even despite all of that, the production on this album, which I believe a lot of it is done by him, it stands out. For example, the use of the reverb and certain chords, like I Don't Fuck With You, which was incredibly dope production-wise. I enjoyed it, and I feel like it fits really well with not only the theme of the album, but Devvon Terrell as an artist. Like I said earlier, Flowers, the closing track, was probably my favorite. And for me, it just ties the album together. I feel like this album is trying to tell a story. I feel like there's something there. He tells us about love. He tells us about heartache. He tells us about family. He tells us about all these struggles he goes through. We, as men, as boys, go through. But we move forward. Boys don't cry. And I love that about this album. Come Home is another great track. I love the use of the guitar strings. I love the 808s. And I feel like this one, production-wise, backed his vocals incredibly well. And let's not fool ourselves. That boy can sing. That boy can sing. He has a beautiful voice, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I became a fan of him, is because I recognized what he could do with his voice. I feel like the biggest issue for me in this entire album is just the fact that I don't get the desire to keep listening to it after it's done. I listen to it, I get the story that he's telling me, I appreciate it for all that it is, I love the art, and then I kind of move on to the next one, which is, like I said, the raw sound and Weird Nights. I could go back to those albums today, right now, and find a plethora of songs that I would just love to sing along to, that I would love to replay, that would probably be on my on repeat list in Spotify. That being said, I don't think this is a bad album. I don't think it was necessarily lackluster in quality. I just think comparative to his own body of work, it did not stand as much as the others do. And I feel like longevity wise, the other two are going to have an edge on it that way. I would love to know how you guys feel, what you guys think. What's your favorite track? What's your favorite Devvon Terrell track in general? How do you feel about Devvon Terrell, etc., etc.? Please drop down to the comments. Let's talk about it. Y'all know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell. I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm gone.